Hey everybody, welcome back to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, and this is the 14th episode in my 4th Age of Wonders 3 Advanced Strategy series. I am back from my vacation. I suppose that's fortunate for anyone watching my videos. Unfortunately for me, I really would have loved to have stayed in North Carolina for a while longer. I had a great time while I was down there, but it is time to get back to work, and both in real life and here on YouTube, I suppose. So, getting back into this, I've been gone for about a week, so I'm still trying to sort of piece things together and remember what was going on. Thanks to some of your comments and the discussions there, I think I'm up to speed here. There's a few things I want to go over in terms of the comments for this week. The one I want to start off with comes from both Red Marut and Guess Who 115, and they had pointed out, sorry, I got to bring up my tablet here. They had pointed out in the Tome of Wonders that the information I was looking for on leveling up, or like the abilities that heroes unlock as they level up, is contained in the Tome of Wonders. And specifically what I'm looking for here is, like, for example, on this Theocrat, if I wanted to find out, like, when can I get Divine Justicars, and how much does it cost? Where would I be able to look that up? Because I know Divine Justicars does come later. I think for Theocrats it's like somewhere around level 10, and I'm pretty sure it costs 10 skill points. But I can't tell that just from looking at this page here, because it's not an option that I can pick yet, because I'm only level 7. And so my question then was, okay, well, how do I find that out? How do I find that information? And I was told by both Red Marut and Guess Who 115 that information is available in the Tome of Wonders, but I can't find it anywhere. If I look at game concepts and I go to, like, down to hero classes, which I think is where Red Marut suggested looking for it. There's no hero classes, there's hero upgrades. I can look in here, but it doesn't tell me any specific details. It gives me links to general concepts like abilities. What's an ability? Well, that's anything from, just being an infantry to having a melee strike. Those are abilities. So that's just like a general description of abilities. There's also classes, experience, leveling. I guess you can click on classes and then click on Archdruid, but that just tells me about the Archdruid class. If I click on Archdruid skills, it takes me over to what you would find in this skills menu, which is just the general Archdruid things that your leader can research as you get research points. I will be honest, I've clicked all over the place in here and can't find this anywhere. So if anyone can give me the exact directory of things I need to click on when I open this menu, when I open the General Tome of Wonders starting right here, what do I need to click on to get to that information? If you know, please post in the comments, and I will be sure to share it with everybody. The most obvious thing here to look at is, heroes, I guess. But again, it takes me to a lot of links to, general subjects, and I can't find it in there anywhere. Leveling tells you how much experience you need to reach different levels. Yeah, and I'm not going to spend too much more time in here, I guess. You guys get what I'm trying to say. But I can't find it in there no matter how much I dig. I looked for it for probably 15, 20 minutes, and it's not seeing it. And to be honest, I'm getting hungry, so I want to get this episode recorded and eat. Let's see here. Comments for this episode going into it. Archer Redbeard mentioned that if the enemy leader dies, Beast Horde can't be disjuncted. This is obviously, a fairly obvious thing to point out, but it's tremendously important because it's something I hadn't really thought of. Their leader is not here. This character is led by... wrong menu. Led by this guy. Lucien... No, sorry, I lied. Led by Cold the Lucky. He is a human warlord, and I have no idea where he is. He's alive right now, because if he were in the void, he would be have that weird floating background in space or whatever it is. So he's alive at the moment, which means this spell, Beast Horde, could be disjuncted. But if at some point he dies, I could cast it with impunity. I wouldn't have to worry about him disjuncting it. So I need to keep an eye on this menu here and see if that guy gets killed off. I need to click on him probably every turn. If he dies, if his hero is off somewhere and gets himself killed, or maybe he's off fighting, I think he mentioned he might be off by fighting purple or black. If he gets himself killed, that would be the time to jump on this city. Now, Arch Redbeard also mentioned that I should consider attacking the Throne City now, um, and I think I think that's a good idea, and that is my goal. The problem is that this army, if it goes after either group by itself, I would get overwhelmed, especially if Beast Horde doesn't work. Definitely this group down here can't handle it if that army comes this way. But the only reason that army isn't coming this way is because this army would sweep in from the back. The trick that I need to figure out how to do is to somehow get somehow get these two groups together, and to do it in such a way that it doesn't leave either flank too vulnerable. I think the easiest way to do this would be for me to bring these guys around here. They're going to have to go back anyway to deal with those monkeys, and then maybe leave them in that area. The problem is that I think this is still close enough that they could get quite a few units out of that city to run down and kill me, and I don't want these guys getting picked off. Yeah, see, they could reach that spot with that army, and this army could go a little further. The furthest these guys can get is this spot right here. So that's not that's kind of pushing it. They probably wouldn't run out, but if they did, I guess I could go after them really fast with this Druid army, but it's going to take me a couple turns to get there. Right now they're far enough away that they can't jump them on this turn. So it's difficult to say what I want to do, but I do know for sure that I'm not going to run these guys up this way and risk getting them into trouble there, in part because I've got cannons coming up from the caves soon, and I'm going to want those cannons for the main attack anyway. They've got stone walls I'm going to have to deal with, and they're going to have a ton of civic guards on top of them because they just keep summoning more. So for the time being, I am going to keep my Archdruid army in place, and I'm going to be working more with this group down here to try to probably get them back to this city, and then start moving up maybe from this direction, as soon as my cannons are here anyway. The only other thing that I wanted to mention was a comment from David Houston, who said that I should cast Seed of Distrust on Dragon and Archon cities, which is an excellent idea. I don't think I can do that being at a distance from them. Let's see, I know those are just cave entrances, I think, that I popped up out of here and there. I know I met some of those cities. They're down here. Vergalod? Yeah, that was one of them. That was the Dragon City. I don't know if I can cast Seed of Distrust on that city. Not from here. I think I might have to actually see it. But I will try. I think I may have to get a scout over there, and my drone in the area has died, so... But I'll try it and see if that works. That's a good idea that I should be doing, because as an evil person, I don't always want to befriend all these cities like I normally would with any other class. But I also don't want my enemies befriending them either, because obviously I don't want to have to deal with dragons in the long run. Okay, that was a lot of talking, so let's go ahead and get into it here. I think since I don't want to move this army up in this direction and risk getting them killed off by these units, I'm going to move them around back to the city, and then maybe try to get up more to this area. This area would protect that city, and will probably... Well, I'm still not sure how the best way to get the cannons up here, but I'll figure that out. Anyway, these guys have got to go back, so I need to think about who I can get back into that city in time to protect it. The Firstborn is not going to make it. Well, actually, maybe it's the hero that's slowing them down. Yeah, it's the hero that's actually slowing them down. If I can get him, I can get those two units here. Hopefully the monkey and civic guard don't come running down this way, but if they do, they won't be hard to kill. It doesn't really matter if this army is bouncing back and forth a bit for now, I guess. And leave him here. Alright, that works. As for the spy drone, that's kind of a good question. I think I'd like to get it over on this water over here. The monkeys and the civic guard can't get it over there, and it'll help me map out where that road goes and what the terrain around here is. So I can see what looks like more contiguous land moving eastward, so I gotta expect a pretty big land bridge here. There's actually not really much reason to think that there's a lot of water over here, unless this curves downward. So just eyeballing it from here, it looks like a lot of land, but we'll see as I explore more of it. Maybe that would be a good thing for this drone to kind of be doing. I may need him to double back too to keep an eye on things over here, but for now I think I'm okay. Alright, got a couple new items with people. Let's see, this group was on its way. Oh, they were going to escort the settler up here to get that city started. Was there anybody else joining up with them? I guess I was bringing another golem. He should be okay, just following along as quickly as he can. Yeah, because there's that high elf Union Guard, or not Union Guard, Unicorn Rider in the area, and I'm still not sure where it went to. This Necromancer showed up, which is something that I definitely want. I'm going to have to well, I'm going to hold off on that, actually. I'll do that at the end of the turn, because if I can come up with some gold between now and then, I'll probably buy her. She would be good, because if I can befriend an Archon city and get Archon Titans, that would fit well with my evil alignment, because Archons are dedicated to evil. I don't see a reason to stop producing units in this city for now. I think another Forge Priest would be good, and then maybe another Boar Rider. I think Forge Priest would be especially good because I'm dealing with the humans, and they have a lot of armored units. And magic will kind of ignore that. Alright, one more cannon, I think, and then I will be casting Domain of Earth on this city, which will give me enough to make Juggernauts a bit faster. Yeah, that's right, I'm working towards Juggernauts here. So actually 2 more turns before I can make Juggernauts. Oh, I mean, no, not Juggernauts, I'm sorry. Flame Tanks, not Juggernauts. I think I was talking about Juggernauts in the last episode too, so I apologize for that. Alright, we're going to have these leapfrog over each other and just keep moving forward. Oh, that's a Lucky Cloverfield. I was really hoping that was Hasteberries. That would have been nice. King's Army stays where they are on defense. And let's see. Oh, wait. I just spent money. I was wanting to save money. What did I spend money on? It wasn't producing a Juggernaut. I just spent money on something. I've completely blanked on it. But I had close to 300 gold, and now I'm down at 200. Well, you guys can scroll back in the video and watch and tell me, I suppose. I don't remember what that was. Oh, no. I bought the Forge Priest, that's right. And actually, that's probably more important. Okay, this city I think I just got... Yeah. It's already cheerful. I got, words are hard. The storehouse for growth in this city. I don't think I'm going to build anything else in here. The city happiness is already at cheerful, and that's only going to grow. And that's mostly what I care about is city happiness and size. To get any more bonus, I would have to build a hospital for growth, and I don't think it's worth it in the long run. So I'm just going to probably put this on infinite produce merchandise and just let that city go for the rest of the game. No peace with the fairies, and now I have to decide what to do with the hero join offer. I don't think, I'll pick her up on the next turn. I'll say not now for the moment. I'm making enough income that shouldn't be a problem. Here I definitely want to produce merchandise because I want to get that hero on the next turn. I'm going to need more money for that. And oh man, Osberg needs to be constantly upgrading though. I really need the hospital here because I need that city to grow. I'll let it go for now because I think in the moment units are maybe more important. I really want that extra Forge Priest here because that army took a kind of a big hit in the last episode. I'll leave everyone else positioned where they are. And the spy drone is in a good spot. Okay, this guy over here is actually not far from that dragon dwelling. So maybe I need to start thinking about pathing him down in that direction. I probably don't want to go through there. I may as well keep going this way and try to find another way around. It might take me a little while, though. Man, I was hoping there wasn't, like, constant walls everywhere. But I'd like to be exploring while doing that, so... let's see. Can keep an eye on things down here with these guys. What would be a great spot for a tower down there? I already know that city's borders won't expand much, if at all, anymore. Okay, he is out of movement. I'll probably put the tower, like, kind of, like, here, I guess. Yeah, that should work. And that's going to be more money I need to spend, so gold is kind of important right now. That tiger is being chased by a Naga. I need to just get it out of there. Probably just gonna have to go back. I guess he could start maybe running in the general direction of the Dragon City too. It's unlikely he's gonna make it there without getting picked off by something, but we will see. Alright, and then the engineer. Where were you going? I think he was going... Actually, don't even remember building that guy. Oh, no, wait, I built him to pick up an item in this city. Yeah, that's right. I built that engineer because I had made an item in that city. Or I'm making an item in that city. He's going to need to go back to pick it up. I think I started moving him off out of reflex, or habit. Alright, and then leave that drone there on defense because I saw the other spy drone in the area. I'll probably move this deep guard here. And then I think I'm good to go to the next turn. Sorry, that was kind of a really long turn there, but hopefully this next one goes a little quicker. I'm still trying to reacquaint myself with everything here. I really hope those monkeys, that monkey and civic guard, are dumb enough to run down here and try to take the city, or like run down here and use up some of their movement. But I got a feeling they're just going to fall back to the capital. If they moved their full force in this direction, I would probably have to retreat my druid army. That would be bad. They haven't done it yet. But I think that just means it's that much more important that I get these armies at least close enough to each other where they could meet up. Maybe in this area here. And then make a combined push west if needed. I don't know if I have time to wait for cannons to get here. It's kind of hard to say. I guess the cannons, I assume, are still a few turns away. Well, one of them is close to that cave entrance, so it's actually probably only a couple turns away. Oh gosh, this guy just got Imperial Residence. He built a Grand Palace in that city. Okay, they moved back, and they didn't go south. So I presume that they've gone back to this city. Oh, wait. There's another small... Okay, maybe not small. Okay, maybe a lot of units. What else are you bringing? Okay, I'm going to have to deal with that. They're splitting up units again, bit by bit. Maybe, depending on what's left in their capital. I mean, they just took a hero out of there, plus a knight. And their cavalry. They may have severely just weakened their capital's defenses. I can move the spy drone a little bit to be sure. Okay. I'm going to move the spy drone just a bit. Now, they still got a pretty tough group of defense. Well, a lot of that's civic guards. That's still a lot of range units on walls. They're summoning those guys like crazy. There is a weakness here I could exploit if I could attack like a stack that's sticking out. I think actually what I should do now... Well, first off, what I want to do is try to use this spy drone to get a better sense of what other units they've got in this area. Okay, it's just those four. Alright, well... If it's just those 4 units, I may be able to take them. It's a shame that new Forge Priest can't get in the battle, but the Deep Guard I just made, he can. It'd be 5 on 4, but they've got a tier 3, but I also have a tier 3. Tier 2, a pretty good hero, and a gold rank Forge Priest. That would be a pretty good battle, I think. A tough one, but maybe a good one. This thing isn't quite where I need it to be yet. Well, keep moving that direction with it anyway. Oh, that's tough. I could get an extra spy drone in the battle too, which may be enough to tip the scales, but I'm going to have to cancel casting Domain of Earth, which is unfortunate because I don't want to cancel casting that. But I'm going to need all 30 of those casting points to summon a spy drone if I want one. And I don't think I really have an option. I have to stop that. Killing 2 heroes would be a great win for me. But it is 2 heroes. Maybe let me look at them a little more closely. Okay, that one's only a level 5, so really not a very good rogue. They got backstabbed, so I'll have to watch out for that. That one's only level 4. It's a necromancer, so if anything dies, they could raise cadavers, which would be annoying. I might want to try to kill that one first. But not very good heroes overall. I think that's perfectly manageable. The other downside, though, is that if I summon a spy drone, I can't use my leader to try to disjunct whatever spells they might cast. I could presume that maybe they've already... No, that would be a bad presumption. I think I'm going to have to go for this. Alright. Do I want to summon a spy drone, or do I want the casting points for something else? Well, let's open the spell book. Look at combat spells. What could I cast? Okay, Stone Skin was there. Stone Skin probably isn't going to be as useful going up against 2 heroes, both of which have attacks that do multiple different types of elemental damage. In fact, it would probably be more of a hindrance. So I think I'd be better off with the spy drone, trying to suicide rush that into something and exploding and trying to cause as much damage as I can that way. I'm going to abort this spell. I'm going to lose some mana, but I think I want the extra insurance policy here. That gives me at least a stack of 6, so I've got numbers on him. And, of course, my Theocrat does still have spells he can cast, too. Very likely victory, so the game feels good about this. I hate stiffened limbs, but I have Forge Priest that can... disjunct it. And she stood back there by herself, so that's also good for me. If she wants to stay back casting spells. Stiffened Limb costs 7 to cast. She should have 15 casting points by default. Okay, she's upgraded to 25. So she can cast Stiffened Limbs 3 times. She'll probably just sit back there trying to do that. I definitely want to get that off of my leader, or my hero, though. And I also want to set things up so that those knights come charging into the Deep Guard as opposed to any other unit, which is not going to be easy to do because they have a tremendous amount of range. Let's see here. How can I set this up? I want the Deep Guards out front, like right in front of everybody. But I don't think it's possible for me to get those Forge Priests out of the way. They could make it to where the spy drone is. Maybe I can. Or I can at least get them behind the Deep Guards so that the knight would have to... Okay, well, here's what I can do. I don't want to dispel with the Forge Priests right now. I need them, but I do want to dispel with them is the problem. Okay, the knights can charge the firstborn if they want, and the firstborn can inspire the surrounding units. I'm gonna move my hero here, and with them protecting the firstborn, I can at least try to disjunct that. Okay, unfortunately that failed. I'm gonna put these guys right up front to sort of prevent the cavalry from going after the hero very easily. They would have to take a hit running past. I'll leave them on defense right there. And I kind of want the spy drone. I don't know where I want the spy drone, honestly. I'm going to leave it over here. I got a feeling they'll go for the hero, who I'm going to leave on defense to be safe. Alright, I think that's a decent wall setup. Okay, they stiffen limb the priests, which are... that's annoying. Ooh, I'm going to lose those boar riders. Oh, did they hang in there? Okay, cool, they hung in there. Alright, I could get the spy drone in the middle of both of those and then attack something to try to blow it up. But I've got too many other units in the area. I would love to convert those knights. That would be just wonderful. I could hit them with that. That's a 40% chance to immolate, and then try to convert them with this guy. Immolation will lower their resistance. That was mentioned to me by, I think, Tarsak. Forgive me if I got that comment wrong, or if I attributed that wrong, but I think that was Tarsak that mentioned that I should have probably tried to convert the immolated knight in the previous episode. Let me make sure that's what I want to do, though. For one thing, I do want to move them so I get a flank attack. I also would love to try to dispel again with them, but for the moment, this might be better. Alright, let's move them up. Move these guys here. Hopefully they get a crit. That'd be awesome. Okay, no crits. Odds are this guy's gonna die, but let's see what my odds of converting him are. 55%, pretty good. Odds of converting the cavalry at full health are a little better, though. I could probably finish off that knight without too much trouble, but I think that I'm going to move this guy back and go for that convert. Ah, man. Okay, that's an unfortunate turn of events. Alright, well... Alright, I'm going to turn this guy around. Now, in order for him to move, he's going to have to either take a free hit from the spy drone or just attack the spy drone. I need to get rid of those knights in order to free this guy up, unless I use him to just get a flank attack on the cavalry, which probably isn't a bad idea. As a matter of fact, I think I could do this. Okay, good. They were able to finish those knights off, which means these guys can finish the cavalry off, and maybe protect those boar riders. I'm not sure about that. Okay, cool. They did it in one hit, too. Alright, that's not terrible. I might lose those boar riders, but... no, they're gonna finish them off. Yep, okay. That's fine. That spy drone, I kind of want it to just go blow up in that person's face. It might not. Ah, okay. That's fine. That softens them up a fair bit. Means I can definitely finish these guys off on this turn. I might not have even needed to do that, really, but... oh well, I don't mind. It was fun. Alright, well, who needs to attack who, I suppose, is the question of the day here. I would like to... well, they can't reach. The hero can. So what I think I want to do is try to... I definitely want to hit that person with the pikemen. Yeah, they're definitely going here. They won't kill him in one hit, but I think my leader could soften them up a bit. So between these two units, I should be able to finish this person off. I'm going to move here for the flank attack. I think I can get it at that angle. Okay, they're going to just get roasted because of the critical hit. Nothing for you to do other than move forward, and you gotta go a little further. What would do the most damage? 4 to 6, 4 to 6, 3 to 5. 4 to 6 it is. Okay, well, only lost a boar rider and took out a pretty, well, and the spy drone, but I kind of knew that was going to happen. So that's another decently heavy blow to them, I suppose. This guy's just going to collect all sorts of random different projectiles. I should probably send one to somebody else, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Okay, well, same thing. Fall back into a defensible position, and I'm wondering if I should get them off the road. No, they can't get everything down here. Not all those civic guards. If they attack me, it'd be with a smaller force. And that would be fine with me, actually, because it would draw out more units from the city. Still not convinced I can attack it, so I gotta remember to do this. And I keep clicking on the wrong guy. He is still alive, unfortunately. Hopefully that changes soon. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take this hero now, and probably run her straight up to the front line. I can't think of anywhere better to have her right now. Go hang out with that cannon. He's got upgrade points. What do I want for a necromancer? I want throw curse. That's always good. It's good for leveling up. Control undead and lesser reanimate undead don't do me a whole lot of good right now. I can probably pick those up later, but I don't really have undead units to work with at the moment. I want to bump up health and defense a little bit, and maybe resistance to just kind of reasonable levels. Maybe get health up to like 70. Okay. And I would like... I think lifesteal is good. I always like lifesteal. That could come in handy. Cause fear might come in handy. Oh, dispel magic. That's been useful as of recent. And I guess I could probably just save the rest of my points. Cause fear could come in handy, but I don't know. I'll grab it. I'll go ahead and pick it up. I want to make her put her into more of a combat role for now. Alright, you head on forward. Okay, so I got those, had this item done. That is going to the Theocrat, who is going... Actually, it probably would make more sense to give it to Faye the Frigid, since she's the one with the cannon, and it would get there in one turn. I might want to make one more, if I'm going to have a lot of machines. But let me see if there's anything better I should be spending my money on right now. Okay, well, gonna have to stick with merchandise here for now. The Forge Priest is finished, and I'm going to move him. I'm going to move him here, just to help bolster that army. And I would like to replace the Boar Rider I lost. Making units here is pretty important right now, I think. I'm going to replace that Boar Rider, and this city will have to wait a bit longer before I can build anything there. That 300 gold for the hero kind of cost me a bit. Can't afford to forge an item in this city for now, so we'll wait. I think just the one will be okay for the moment. And I think this spot here is actually not a bad spot for the spy drone right now. They shouldn't be able to reach it there on the mountain. I'll keep skipping the turn with that spy drone. Otherwise, I'll forget it's there. Forget to move it later. Okay, those are lost souls, which is going to be annoying for everybody, I think. But that's the way my spy drone's gotta go. Okay, good. I can make it. I can reach the city on this turn. I'll have them camp out there for the moment. And we'll build a city right here. That'll come pre-built with stone walls. Be very nice. Make sure this is a good spot for that tower. I think it is. You can keep an eye on that city there. Of course, I can't right now because I don't have, again, don't have enough money. I'm going to dig out as much of this as I safely can without opening up any new paths, because there's not really any reason for me to leave dirt walls here. There's no real good city spots in this area. Tiger's just gonna book it this way. See what I can find out here. You know, the settler can actually help tunnel for some extra money. There's no reason not to. Okay. What should I start on next? Probably go back to the Domain of Earth. Alright, and we'll see what Orange does next. I already know those dumb independents are going to try to attack me, the Lost Souls, so that'll be annoying as usual, but I'll just run away. Okay, I heard something moving. That sounded distinctly like a griffin rider or a zephyr bird. Or I guess an eagle rider would make that sound effect too. That would be black moving around somewhere. I wonder what they're up to. If Orange splits off any more units, I might have a real good shot at this. I wonder how many of their heroes I've killed. It's been a lot. Maybe what I could do is move this army forward after that city. Yeah, they moved their monkeys into a better spot. Oh my gosh. I think that was 3 more civic guards they just summoned. Yep. They just have a ton of those guys, and they all have throw net. Alright, here we go. Alright, I'll go ahead and just skip this. So, oh, wait a second. Nope, they've got a reanimator in that army. I can't actually run from that, so I'm going to surrender. Unless there's a way I can... No, I don't have... I can't blind him. Wonder if I could... I was thinking maybe I could stone skin him and then just run away that way. Well, actually, if I'm going to... I kind of want to run my spy drone into the middle of everything and take out as many of those lost souls as I can. But on the other hand, this is way out east, and these guys are going to cause more problems for the computers. It's also free XP for the computers, if you think about it that way, though. I think it just, you know, why not? Let's just blow up some ghosts for fun. Because who doesn't want to blow up ghosts for fun? Alright, I want to try to position myself where as many of those lost souls can hit me as possible, while keeping myself mostly away from the reanimator. I think going here would maybe work. Whoops, I did not want to do that. We'll see what happens. That'll shield me from the reanimator a little bit. Yes, come closer. Come closer, all of you. Ah, the reanimator's gonna finish it off. Well, there goes a couple of them. I'm a moron. They'll come back. That was all pointless. Well, they're back, but with less health. Okay, well, yeah, Lost Souls will come. They have Undying. That's new news, right? I knew that. Okay, back to whatever this war is. The War of 1,000 Civic Guards, apparently. So I was saying, they picked the upgrade that gives them all throw net, and that scares me. That many units with throw net could really cause some trouble. If I was able to attack them, and maybe get their leader to drain some of their spells, or some of their casting points doing other things, while I stay out of range, if I could get Summon Beast Horde up, I think I could take that city with just my Druid army. They're building phalanxes in there too, that's also a concern. The problem is if I move up, these guys are just completely vulnerable if they rush me in the open field. And then I can't attack the city. Well, actually, it might be better for me because then we're in an open field. All those Civic Guards won't be behind the wall. But having all those Civic Guards on the field with throw net could be a huge problem. Well, I'm in the same position that I was last turn because I can't move these guys to that spot safely. So I have to pull them back to the city. However, that cannon is almost here. I think that maybe they could wait right where they're at. I just want that one cannon up with this group. With that, I think I'll feel much safer. Then if I can move them up just far enough to get behind that mountain range, they should be okay. How many other units could reach down here? They'd be one turn away. A lot of those Civic Guards can't quite make it. I should be okay. On this turn, I'll stay on this tile. Actually, this tile here should be fine. It's in the trees. They might not be able to move onto that. And then on the next turn, I can get these guys up, and then I can go around and go to the other side of these mountains here and meet up with my Druid army. With the combined forces of all these units, I think I've got enough firepower to take down that city. It's just a matter of safely getting them together. What's the furthest they can reach? There? Okay. So the Boar Rider... Well, actually, just for safety's sake, I'm going to leave it adjacent to the city. And I do have time to build another unit. What am I missing in these armies? I've got 2 Forge Priests. I got a Boar Rider, a Deep Guard. They don't really have a whole lot of cavalry, but they do have 2 phalanxes, so maybe something that can deal with a phalanx. Honestly, a Forge Priest seems like the best bet, even building another one, because phalanxes can't necessarily resist that as easily. They don't have quite as much resistance as they do defense. I guess you can never go wrong with a Dwarf Forge Priest. I mean, especially building them in one turn. Hey, I got monoculture. Oh, that's actually really good. Oh, that's excellent. I got 3 Forsborn. That's awesome. I wasn't even trying to get that. It just happened. Okay, cool. Well, that's, well, I know where they're going. Right now, everything is going to deal with orange except for my King's army there. They need to stay behind just to be safe. Actually, I probably should leave 1 Firstborn with them because that army is a little lackluster. I'll probably replace the Axemen in that group. Alright, yeah, let me get all my cannons moved here. Okay, so I can start making flame tanks now, which I definitely want to do. And I can make them in 1 turn. I don't need Domain of Earth on this city, although I'm going to want it anyway because it just helps with gold too, so... But, yes, I can make flame tanks in 1 turn. Now I think I can research Juggernaut. Yeah, that's going to be another 9 turns, though, so... I've got some time before that's ready, but I'm gonna rush straight for it. Okay, and then she's got the repair tools. I'm going to go ahead and make another set of those now before I forget. Forge item. And we'll do the same thing. Just going to call it tools. And repair machine. No, not repair machine. Emergency repair. That discussion in the last episode. Okay. Emergency repair. Tools. Forge. Yes. Okay. That'll be helpful. Now I have this brand new city out here, which I want to start growing ASAP, so I'm going to start with the storehouse. They've already got pretty decent production because that quarry. And I don't want to forget about my city up... Actually, I am forgetting about my city up top. The most important city I have in the long run, which I need to keep upgrading. I've got to come up with just a little bit of extra money on this turn to go ahead and build the hospital in that city to help it out with its growth and overall happiness. So where can I come up with just a little bit of money? I might have to sell an item. I only need like 5 gold. This city down here just got its Master's Guild. Going back to merchandise. I'm kind of slowly trying to upgrade a lot of these other random cities that aren't really doing anything too special. Pushing towards Grand Palaces with them. But that's a low priority compared to this city right here. Because this is the one, again, that can make a good navy, which might be useful, and amazing firstborns with these 2 structures here, which will definitely always be useful. Plus, not to mention there's that ziggurat over there. So it'll be a while before I can clear any of that, but... Alright, and then this guy got a jewel of some sort, and I wasn't really paying attention. But he's already got a couple of good items. Well, that vision upgrade might be useful anyway, so I'll give that to him, and we'll give somebody else Inflict Chilling. Who does not have... How about the Sorcerer? Actually, Inflict Chilling kind of goes better with him, because Inflict Chilling can lower defense. Yeah, Inflict Chilling can lower defense, which is better for somebody with a longbow than it is for somebody with a magic attack. So... I'll give that to the Wizard. Alright, and why does he have... He's got some upgrade points. Oh yeah, that's right. I was saving for one thing called Lightning, which would be really nice. I wish I had that now. Okay, that city just got a big population boost. That's nice. Alright, merchandise all around for now. I still need to come up with an item to sell here. Let me click through my heroes real quick and find somebody who doesn't need whatever they currently have. I think my Theocrat could part with something. Yeah, he's got so many different things, it's not even funny. I'll leave him with Black Bolts. I like the different magical channels of damage. I think I'll probably get rid of the... No, the short bow gives me razor projectile, so I kind of want to hang on to that. Because that's benefiting everything that he throws out. Can cause bleeding. I'll probably just get rid of the blowpipe. Yeah, that's Poison Frost. Yeah, I'm going to sell the blowpipe. And that'll give me enough money to get that hospital started here. And this city can wait. Doesn't need anything on this turn. No rush down there. Probably will leave that unit positioned exactly where it is for now. Alright, I'm getting tired of clicking through these things, so I'm going to put up some stuff on camp. You guys can let me know if I forgot to move something later on. Just shout out in the comments, because I probably will. Alright, well, as long as that fort stays, I'm going to leave defenders in this city. It's hard to know how much I should put in there. I've at least got 1 or 2 range units on that wall, and one of them's a hero. So this army could defend against like a small attack force. But I think, for now, they don't have anything better to do but just camp there. And don't have enough to build that tower yet, so we'll keep digging. Hey, wait, I didn't have to sell that item. I could have dug the dirt walls. Right. Genius. Alright. Tiger... want to go probably keep moving in the general direction of that dragon city. Speaking of which, I should cast Seed of Distrust when I'm done casting Domain of Earth. I gotta remember that. And I want him to stay there. Stay put for that item whenever it's done. Okay. Well, I don't have to worry about Lost Souls attacking my drone because my drone is very much dead. So I don't think there's anything else I need to do before the end of this turn. Let's see what happens next. I'm still really curious as to what Black's doing. I hope they're off fighting somebody else. There is a lot of different distance between me and them, so there's a good chance they're fighting somebody else. Maybe I'll get lucky and they're fighting Orange. Like I said, I'm just hoping that Orange's leader gets killed off their fighting at some point, because I haven't seen them anywhere around here. If I did, I would make it like the whole purpose of like whatever army was closest to try to kill them off, because having unrestricted access to Beast Horde basically would guarantee a victory for me. There is another problem, though. Even just approaching this city, I take a risk, because they could move all their armies out and surround me with 4 groups of units versus a fairly small army. I just don't think I have enough to attack that city with here. I mean, once these armies are together, then yeah, I think I'll have a decent chance, but either group by itself, if they rushed, would probably get killed. Of course, I'd probably take down so much stuff in the process that the other group would have a fairly easy time taking the city, but I don't want to throw away all my units like that. Oh wait, there's some unusual movement down here. It looks like they're going after that spy drone. Nuts. They threw a monkey in there. Well, I'm going to try to make sure it self-destructs on a spot that it can do some damage. I might be able to outrun a lot of this stuff, actually. See if I can get the monkey to throw its filth. Get that over with. I don't think they can do that again for the rest of the battle. The phalanxes can probably actually just outrun that spy drone, but I want to maybe give it some time. Alright, move here. Keeping me in a wall here. I'm gonna run out of room to run eventually. But I can go over... Okay, that Berserker moves kind of fast. I can go over objects, which could be used to my advantage. Right now I think the only safe spot to move is here. They've set themselves up in such a way that I would explode on at least 3 of their units, but I might still be able to run. That spot is currently safe, and then from there I should be able to reach up there. Okay, I think I can actually outrun them in this one. Oh man, they do get the disgusting stench back. Okay. I was thinking that was a once per combat thing. It is not. It's so nice if I could just kill off that monkey somehow. Alright, well then I guess my goal is more or less to camp right in the middle of a bunch of them, so that'll work. Just do general damage all around. Okay, that's a lot of phalanxes. That's a pretty tough army. I need to think very carefully about what my druid's army does next. However, those phalanxes moved up. I need to be able to scout that area. I may have to cancel Domain of Earth again to get another spy drone down there. I need to be able to see. Well, I have a spy. Okay, I have a spy drone with this group, so I can actually scout that out a little bit, just to see what kind of setup they've left themselves in. Well, there's one lone halberdier that could get picked off. They didn't leave that in a very good formation. But where did the rest of their units go? They're split up kind of weird. Okay, there they are. So this is what I'm up against right now. So we got a halberdier here. The bulk of their fighting force here. 4 phalanxes now, with more coming every turn, it seems. Then a bunch of civic guards with a longbow and a settler. 6 civic guards and 5 civic guards. Oh, yikes. Okay, well, I should at least be able to use this army to pick off that lone halberdier. And I think I'm right about close enough that they could meet up with the other group too. But I'm starting to get worried that even the 2 armies combined are going to have some trouble going after that city. In the long run, I think I can outproduce them. I've got cannons rolling out, or flame tanks, every single turn now. Yeah, they're building phalanxes, but they're also losing units here and there. But I just don't think I can really launch a good attack with either side. If I moved this army down, they would reform all this stuff, run out and kill it. And I'd be just entirely dependent on Beast Horde. All it would take is them to disjunct it once. Oh gosh. I would like to apologize to everyone. Colm surrenders to you. Down here in the bottom right. Oh man. Sometimes it's the little things that you just don't notice, I guess. So none of this matters because I'm going to accept his surrender. Thanks for all the free stuff. Oh my gosh. I don't even want all of this. Oh man. He could have held out for a while there and just made that a huge pain for me, but he didn't. Okay, well, I'm not going to complain. That war's over, I guess. The AI just decided it was no longer worth it. I wonder where he was. I should get his leader if he was alive. Unless he died. Oh wait, there he is. I guess it just brings him back to the capital. He definitely wasn't in that stack a second ago. Well, I did get the warlord I wanted. That's good news. Yeah, that's a big part of the reason. I want him to get tireless, because that would go very well with the superpowered dwarf firstborns I'm kind of working on. Alright, well, that's an interesting and kind of somewhat odd way to end this episode, but I think this is a good spot to wrap it up. I apologize if you wanted to see that war kind of play out. It was getting kind of interesting, but it was sort of shaping up to be a stalemate for a little while longer, and I am in this game to win it, and I don't know how everyone else is doing, so I need to take these advantages wherever I can get them. Who knows, I might get my super hard war later in the game, but that was an interesting little back and forth there between me and him, though. Alright, well, thanks for watching, everybody. I guess that concludes this episode, so I will see you in the next one.